Do you know the answer to question 3? I'm drawing a blank here. I'm not sure. I didn't study that part much. Come on, man, we've got to help each other out. I covered question 4 pretty well. I can fill you in. Okay, fine. But keep it quiet.
This is ridiculous. How does one even attempt question 5?
Question 3, check. Now, question 4. Well, you sure take exams seriously. What's up with the laser focus? We're not in high school anymore, buddy. My name is John. I take exams seriously because this is our shot at landing our dream job. Dream job or not, you're acting like we're back in secondary school. No one cares if you peek at someone else's paper. Cheating is against the rules, mister. Just because no one is physically watching us doesn't mean we're not being monitored, electronically or otherwise. Monitored? Come on, John. I looked around. There's no big brother watching us. It's just us, the questions, and the fear of going back to being broke and unemployed. And the name is Philip. Philip, it's about personal integrity. I'd rather make it on my merit than compromise my values. Values? You're right, John. Well, good luck with that. You're gonna need it. It's Sally, right? I'm Amos.
Hi, Amos.
How did the exam treat you?
Those questions were like trying to decipher ancient hieroglyphics.
I was hoping for a breeze, but it felt more like a hurricane. Anyway, we're all in the same boat. How are you planning to tackle the next stage?
Honestly, I have no idea.
Well, I've got some savings tucked away. I'm willing to use it to get to the next level.
Money, huh? Well, I'm broke. I have no money to pay my way through.
Yeah, but sometimes you've got to invest in yourself, right? I'd rather be broke and one step closer to my dream job than to be comfortably unemployed. How about I lend you some money?
I appreciate the offer, Amos, but I can't repay you. I don't have anything to offer.
Well, if you change your mind in the future, give me a call.
Let me have your number. Hi, honey. How did the examination go?
It was tougher than I expected. The questions were like trying to solve a puzzle blindfolded. I just hope I did well.
I'm sure you did your best, John. You've always been diligent and hardworking.
Thanks, Rose. I better go now before your mom rips apart Mrs. Warren.
I'll be on my way shortly.
All right, see you when you get back. Thank you for caring for my mother-in-law, Mrs. Warren.
Oh, please. I'm just doing my job. Call me when next you need my service.
Definitely. Good evening, Mrs. Anderson. How was your day?
Don't you good evening, me. Why is it taking so long for Rose to put to bed?
Well, Rose is still in her first trimester. It's going to be a while before she gives birth.
A while? How long is a while? You're preventing her from giving me grandkids.
Mrs. Anderson, have you taken your medication today?
You think I'm crazy, don't you? It is you who needs those antipsychotic medications, not me.
No one is saying you're crazy, Mrs. Anderson. I just want to make sure you're taking care of yourself.
You're the one preventing my daughter from giving me grandkids. If you were a good husband, she would have been pregnant ages ago.
Let's not argue. Rose is going to have a baby when her pregnancy is due. Can we please find a way to work together in this house?
You're the problem here, not me.
What's going on? Mom, what is the bone of contention between you and my husband this time?
She's upset about us not having kids yet. Then I asked if she's been taking her medication.
Don't look at me, you ugly lizard.
She's been taking it. I make sure of it every day.
Then why is she acting irrational more than usual? Or perhaps the medication might not be working for her.
Maybe it's just stress.
She's been accusing me of preventing you from giving her grandkids when you're obviously pregnant. That's not normal, even for her.
It's just. Maybe the medication needs adjustment. I'll take her to the hospital and have the doctor check on her.
Mrs. John, I'm afraid your mom hasn't been taking her medication.
That can't be true, doctor. I make sure she takes it every day. In fact, she took it this morning.
There's no trace of the medication in her blood. It's not uncommon for psychiatric patients to resist treatment.
But I watch her take it. How could she not have the drug in her system?
Sometimes, patients find ways to avoid taking their medication. They may hide it in their mouths and then discreetly spit it out when the caregiver leaves. It's a challenging situation our staff face here too. But then we evaluate them to make sure the treatment plan is effective for the patient.
What do we do now, doctor?
I recommend admitting your mom to our facility. Our professional staff can monitor her closely and ensure she receives the proper treatment.
I need to talk to my husband about this.
Of course, Mrs. John. Hey, Amos, right? From the exam venue? Yeah, that's me. John, right? That's right. What brings you around here? Trying to make things happen. Do you live around here? I'm actually on my way to pick up my wife and mother-in-law from the hospital. Where are you headed? I can drop you off. I'm going to ensure my name gets to the Red Ears for the next stage of our job application process. I thought we just had to wait for the results to be out. John, my friend, in this day and age, it's not just about your qualifications. It's about who you know. I've got a friend who has a connection that could get me enlisted, even if my scores aren't top-notch. Really? I thought it was all based on merit. That's the old way of thinking, my man. You've got to play the game. I'm not leaving my fate to chance. Well, I believe in doing things the right way. I'm waiting for God to work his miracle. Heaven helps those who help themselves, John. You can't just sit around and wait. Well, everyone has their approach. Are you still up for the right? I'll pass. Good luck with your miracles. Hi, how are you both doing?
We're okay.
Why did you take so long? We've been waiting forever.
Mom, John was just making sure everything is in order. Let's not argue. We're going home now.
I'm not going with him.
Mrs. Anderson, let's not make it more stressful than it needs to be.
No. I'm not going with you.
Mom, please. We need to go home. We can't stay here any longer. I promise to prepare your favorite meal.
You will.
Yes.
Then take me home. But he's not driving.
Fine, Mom. I'll drive. Good afternoon. How can I assist you?
Afternoon. I'm here to see Mr. Richards. I've got an appointment.
Ah, yes. Mr. Richards is currently in a meeting, but he'll be available shortly. Please have a seat. I'll let you know when he's ready for you.
No problem. I've got time. By the way, is there Wi-Fi around here?
Yes, there is. The network and password are written on the whiteboard behind you.
Great, thanks. I'll just catch up on some emails while I wait.
Feel free. Mr. Richards, I'm really excited about the opportunity.
Let's get straight to the point, Sally. I can make sure you move to the next stage and even land the job if you play your cards right.
I'm willing to do whatever it takes, Mr. Richards. I need this job badly.
That's what I like to hear. If you keep your word and make me happy, you're on the fast track to success.
I promise, Mr. Richards. I'll do anything to secure this position.
Anything? We've got a deal then. We're meeting at the hotel next week. Make sure it's a memorable experience.
Sure, Mr. Richards. I won't disappoint you.
Sally? What are you doing here?
Huh? What's it to you?
You told me you had no money and couldn't do anything about getting enlisted.
Well, I found a way.
Every man should carry their own cross.
But we agreed to help each other out. Why go behind my back?
Help each other out? I'm looking out for myself. You should learn to stand on your own 2 feet.
Good afternoon, sir. I hope I'm not interrupting anything.
Not at all. How can I help you?
My name is Amos. I recently took the exam, and I was hoping there might be a way you could assist me in moving to the next stage. I'm willing to pay whatever it takes.
Assistance, you say?
Yes, sir. I understand the competition is tough, and I'm prepared to do whatever it takes to secure a spot in the next level.
Whatever it takes is a broad term, Amos. Are you sure you're ready to pay the price?
Absolutely, sir. Just name the price, and I'll comply immediately.
You seem quite eager. Let me be clear, Amos. If I assist you, it won't be cheap, and it won't be a one-time thing. Are you ready to commit?
I'm committed, sir. Is she asleep?
Yes, she's out for the night.
Are you all right, Rose?
It's just so exhausting taking care of Mom. Maybe we should consider the doctor's suggestion and put her in a nursing home.
Rose, you know we can't afford that right now. We'll manage, and I'll continue to help as much as I can.
Managing, John? You have no idea what it's like babysitting my mom day in and day out. Perhaps if you did, you wouldn't be so quick to say no to the nursing home idea.
I know it's tough, Rose, but financially, we're stretched as it is.
As my pregnancy advances, I won't be able to take care of her like I used to. And she hates you, John. Be prepared for the torture that awaits you.
Why is Amos calling so early? Hey, Amos, what's up?
John, my man. Have you checked your email yet?
No. Why? What's going on?
The results are out, and guess what? I'm in the next stage. Got the email and everything.
Seriously? That's awesome, Amos. Congratulations.
Thanks, man. I knew I aced it. How about you? Check your email yet?
Oh, I haven't. I'll do that right now.
Fingers crossed.
Hold on a second. Oh, there it is. Let me open it. Dear candidate, we are pleased to inform you that you have successfully passed the initial examination stage.
Yes! That's awesome, John. I knew you could do it.
This is incredible.
My friend, we're one step closer to our dream jobs.
Yeah, we are. Thanks for calling, Amos. You made my day. Rose. Come here. You won't believe this.
What's going on? Why were you shouting?
I got the email. I made it to the next round. I passed.
No way. That's incredible, John.
Out of 245 candidates, only 17 made the cutoff, and I'm one of them.
Oh, John, I'm so proud of you. God heard our prayers.
This is a game changer, Rose. We're one step closer to a better future.
John, promise me something.
What is it?
If you get this job, promise me you'll put my mom in a nursing home. It's getting too much for us to handle.
Rose, I promise. If I get this job, we'll find the best care for your mom. It's time for a new chapter.
Thank you, John. I love you.
I love you too, Rose.
Good afternoon, Professor Harrison. I hope I'm not disturbing you. Not at all, Mr. Richard. I have the list of qualified applicants who passed the exams and met the cutoff. We're ready to proceed with the next stage of the selection process. Excellent. It's good to see qualified candidates moving forward. So, what's the next step? For the next stage, we've planned the practical exam. The candidates will be required to carry out a back titration to find the concentration of an unknown compound by reacting it with an excess of a known standard. What reagents will they be using? Here's a list of the reagents they'll be using. Please contact the laboratory so they'll prepare the necessary apparatus and reagents for the test. The practical exam will take place next week. Got it, Professor Harrison. I'll get in touch with the laboratory right away. Sally, it's Mr. Richards. How are you?
Mr. Richards, I'm doing great, thank you. I had such a wonderful time the other day.
I'm glad to hear that. Look, I can help you with the next stage of the process, but you'll need to keep this between us.
My lips are sealed, Mr. Richards.
Good. The next stage involves a practical exam, and I want to give you a heads up on the reagents that will be used. Read up on everything about the experiment.
Wow, thank you so much, Mr. Richards. I'll make sure to prepare.
I'm doing this because you're special, Sally. But remember, keep it quiet.
I won't tell a soul, Mr. Richards. You're amazing.
Hello.
Hello? Amos, guess what? I just had a chat with Mr. Richards, and I got some insider info for the practical exam. You won't believe what he told me.
Seriously? What did he say?
Okay, you have to promise not to tell anyone. It's confidential information.
I promise. What is it?
Mr. Richards gave me a heads up on the reagents for the experiment. We can get a head start if we read up on it now.
Sally, you're a lifesaver. This is incredible. I owe you big time.
I'm just doing this 'cause I saw how helpless you were the other day. Do me a favor and don't tell anyone about it.
My lips are sealed. Thanks again, Sally.
Philip, you there? I've got some exclusive info about the practical exam.
Good morning. How are preparations for the practical exam going?
Good morning, Professor. Everything is on track. Reagents are ready, apparatus set up.
I've been thinking, let's make it a bit more challenging. Swap one of the reagents with water.
Professor, did I hear you correctly? That would mean they won't get any results from the experiment.
Exactly. I want to test not only their technical skills, but also their honesty and integrity.
But Professor, won't that be a bit extreme? They're candidates for a job, not students.
The principles remain the same, regardless of the context. This is a direct way to see how they handle a situation where things don't go as planned. I want to see if they report the issue or try to cover it up.
All right, Professor. I'll do as you say.
John, it's the big day. I know you'll do great. Let's say a little prayer for favor.
I appreciate that, Rose.
Heavenly Father, we come before you today with gratitude for the opportunities before us. Today is a crucial day for John, and we ask for your favor to rest upon him. May John's efforts be crowned with success. Let his hard work and dedication shine through in this examination. Grant him clarity of thought and confidence in every response. In Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you, Rose. Good day, everyone. Before we begin, I'd like to go over some important instructions. Firstly, make sure you have all the necessary materials on your desks. Check that your apparatus and reagents are in order. Your task is to conduct the experiment, record your observations, and calculate the concentration of the unknown compound. If you have any concerns or notice any discrepancies, please raise your hand, and we'll assist you promptly. The time starts now. Amos, I'm not getting the color change we were supposed to. Wait a minute. Sally, are you sure about the information?
I'm sure. Just follow what I told you to write down, Philip. Don't complicate things.
I don't want to mess this up. Can you at least double-check? Sally.
I got this information from a reliable source. Take it or leave it.
John, what color change did you get in your titration, and what was your end point?
There's no reaction, Philip. No color change.
Sally, how do you think the exam went?
Oh, I aced it. I'm pretty sure I've got the job already.
They're only hiring 2 people.
It's going to be me and one of you then, if you're lucky.
Professor Harry. Still grading the scripts?
Mr. Ian, I can't wrap my head around how all our candidates all ended up with the same incorrect result.
It's possible that one person fabricated a result, and the others just copied it without questioning.
There's an exception though. One candidate specifically mentioned no reaction and even provided possible reasons for it.
Really? That's unusual. Who's this candidate?
It's John Marcus.
Well, that's a breath of fresh air. Someone with integrity and critical thinking.
There's a complication, though. John has the least qualified credentials among the candidates.
Credentials aren't everything. Integrity and the ability to think independently matter more. The others might have impressive qualifications, but if they can't maintain academic honesty, it calls into question the legitimacy of those qualifications.
You have a point. So, you think John is the right fit for the position?
I say we go with John.
John, I need money to buy things for the baby.
We don't even know the gender yet. How will you know what to buy?
You just don't want to give me money. Admit it.
Mom, it's not about that. We have to plan carefully.
You got married to my daughter, knowing you couldn't take care of her. Now you won't let her stay at home and play like with me, you lazy man.
I work online as a tutor. Just because I don't leave the house for an office doesn't mean I'm not working.
Then why won't you give me money when I ask for it?
My salary is limited, and we need to watch our spending.
You never help. Always refusing. Never enough.
Rose, your mom has started again. I think you should talk to her.
John, I'm busy right now. We'll talk when I get back. John, about what happened earlier with my mom, please try to understand. She's not aware of what she's saying. You have to forgive her.
It's easy for you to say. You're not the one who has to face her tantrums every day.
Well, if you had agreed to put her in a nursing home like I suggested, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
All I'm saying is we need to consider what's best for everyone.
Best for everyone? You just don't want to deal with the financial responsibility. If you really cared, you'd agree to put her in a nursing home.
Rose, I'm doing my best to care for both of you.
Your best is not enough.
Hello.
Good morning, John. This is Professor Harrison from the university where you applied for a position. We're pleased to inform you that you've been selected. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. I'm honored.
You're expected to resume in 2 weeks. We'll provide you with the necessary details and onboarding information shortly. Welcome to the team, John.
Thank you so much. I look forward to contributing to the department.
John, what is it?
I got the job.
John, that's amazing news. I'm so happy for you. I want to apologize for the hurtful words I said yesterday. I didn't mean them. I'm sorry.
Apology accepted, Rose.
Mr. Richard, you messed with the wrong person. After promising me the job, he played with my aspirations, and now I'm left with nothing. I won't let him get away with it. I will expose him for the manipulative person he is. I'm going to secretly record him admitting to our little arrangement, and then the world will see the truth.
Hello.
Hey, John, got a minute?
Amos, what's up?
I need to know how you did it. How did you get the job?
It's the grace of God, Amos.
Come on, John. We all know you were the least qualified among us. There has to be something else.
I reported what I observed in the experiment, that was it.
Wait, you mean I could have written down what I observed?
Yes, Amos.
I wish I had known that. I just went along with what Sally said.
Well, I guess it does pays to be honest.
I messed up big time.
Ma'am, Mr. Richard will see you now.
Mr. Richard, I need to know why I didn't get the job after everything we did at the hotel.
I'm sorry, have we met before?
Cut the act, Mr. Richard. You know exactly who I am.
I meet a lot of people, miss. Please refresh my memory.
We had an arrangement at the hotel. I did you favors, and you promised me the job.
What? Why would I do that? Look, this isn't funny anymore.
Don't play games with me, Mr. Richard. I need that job.
I'm afraid I can't help you with that. If you have any concerns, you can discuss them with my superiors.
Admit it. Admit to what happened at the hotel.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Now, if there's nothing else, I would need you to leave my office or I'll call the security. Honey, it's time.
I don't want to go. Why are you doing this to me?
It's for the best, Mrs. Anderson. You'll have proper care there.
Don't talk to me.
Mom, it's a good place. They'll take care of you, and we can visit whenever you want.
I don't want to go.
Mrs. Anderson, going to the nursing home means you won't have to see me anymore.
Really?
Yes, you'll have your own space, and you won't have to worry about me. Plus, I have plenty of money to give you now.
Well, maybe it's not so bad. Let's go.
Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell.